Hello, welcome to the crafting table and this week in No Man's Land. So, a lot more of the same this week. We're moving pallets around, we're kind of organizing stuff here. We're checking everything out to see what we need to move currently. Just moving some more pallets. So, flowers going in, and eventually we start organizing the pallets. Not this week, but next week we start organizing the pallets a bit better, and you'll see that when that comes out. But we're just moving the flowers, moving the mushrooms, getting them under some cover. So that way they aren't out in the elements. And this is a lot of what winter's all about currently. In the month of December, this is what I continually do. And I think we check some more. Yeah, that one's not quite ready. And we're just checking the other greenhouses here, checking everything out, and going back to bed. There'd probably be more stuff going on. Truth be told, on an actual farm, I would imagine there'd be a lot more going on than just this, but... So we have a nice little dusting of snow that we're going to have to deal with once we start moving some more pallets. We're just checking the animals, making sure the food is good. Probably shouldn't leave those there. Eventually we'll have a different sheep pen. I would like to get the large sheep pen at some point. Get more sheep. And we'll have some storage for the actual hay. But it looks like we have a completed pallet of honey. So that needs to be moved. And we're going to get on that right now. And hopefully we'll have enough room in the shed. Just checking how much honey was left over. But hopefully we should have enough room in the shed for all the pallets up until the market day when we go to sell everything. And just checking the different greenhouses, see when new pallets are going to come out, and we go straight to bed again. As you can tell, I'm listening to DOS work, of course. Alright, sleeping through the night, looking like the property income is actually doing pretty good for us during this month, because we have quite a few wind turbines, so making some pretty good money on that. Just moving some more pallets of flowers. And we actually make some pretty decent money off of all these goods at the end of the month, I think. And just coming over here, moving the other pallet out of the way into shelter. Just waiting until the planting season for oats in March is basically what we're doing here. Alright, just checking all the different greenhouses. And I think we go straight back to bed. Oh, I was checking looks like I went to go ahead and check the environmental score, see how that's going. Straight back to bed we go. We have a nice snowfall overnight. Leaves us with a good dusting of snow in the morning. It looks like we got some strawberries that we need to move. It's unfortunate that they had to sit overnight like that, but nothing to be done about it. Just go ahead and move it on into the shed, and it looks like we don't have any other pallets ready to go quite yet. I think I go and check the honey. Yep. Not a full pallet yet, so looks like I'm going over here for... probably filling the water back up. That's probably what I'm doing here. Yep. Going straight for the water trailer. And filling these two greenhouses up. These greenhouses only hold 5,000 liters of water, so they have to be filled up pretty often. I'd say every 3 to 4 days, I want to say. And we get the water trailer filled back up. And that'll fill up on its own. And we just go ahead and go park. Looks like. Yep. Park it back up. And forget to close the door for some reason and go to bed. So we're probably freezing in there. Get up the next morning on the 21st here. So we got some more pallets. So we need to get those over into storage. I think I go and check on the sheep, see how they're doing. Their pallet is getting pretty close to full. Another full pallet of honey as well. So we're going to take care of that. It gets pretty, I would say it gets pretty monotonous, but I do kind of just enjoy this type of stuff, you know, just moving things around like this and situating everything, getting organized. And it'll be a lot better later on once we actually have a larger warehouse to put these pallets in and have them. And I completely forgot, I think I completely forgot to move the mushroom. Yeah, I did. I forgot to move the mushroom pallets, so those sat outside overnight and got snowed on. Jumping on in the skid steer, moving the pallet of mushrooms that I forgot to move the day before. But once we get that big warehouse, and we'll be able to organize these things better and have them all in their kind of like proper little, you know, rows or piles. It'll be pretty neat once we get to that point. Going to bed again, and we're on the last day here. I think we're on the last day. And property incomes adds up pretty quick. Oh, dropping the pallet. Moving a little too fast. Got a lot of flowers, a lot of mushrooms. Looks like we got a pallet of tomatoes ready to go as well. So we get on that as soon as possible here. And we almost have a full pallet of wool. I believe we got really close to a full pallet of wool this month. So soon we'll be getting a pallet and then some as the sheep get a little older. We're just putting the mushrooms away here. I think that's pretty much all she wrote, aside from the tomatoes, which I go and grab as well. Yep, just the tomato pallet, and that's it. Just a lot of organizing, moving things around, selling at the end of the month, things like that. That's pretty much all we do for the winter months. Not really anything else to be done right now. So we check on everything else and head back home here, checking the water levels there. No real need to fill anything up right now, but I think I do it anyway. Yeah, it looks like that's what I'm doing. What was I checking? Oh, you know what? I was checking the grass field to see if that was all. Yeah, I was checking the levels of the grass field. I couldn't remember. Couldn't remember if I had fertilized it or not. So we just go ahead and fill these two up again. Just top them off. I think I was just kind of looking for something to do. Not really sure if... Looks like I filled these up as well. Yeah, I topped these off as well. You can let these go for quite a while, but... Yeah, just back this up. Fill up the last one, and then I go fill up the water. I always try to keep this water container full. Fill that up, go ahead and go park, and go right back to bed. But that's it for this week in No Man's Land. Yep, just making sure it fills up all the way. But yeah, that's it for this week in No Man's Land, and yeah, hopefully you'll come back next time to see how far along we get there, and see Market Day and the first of the new year. Until then, have a great night, everyone.